What up, good people? Welcome back to my channel. Happy Labor Day if you are watching this video on Labor Day or any time around that time. I wish you guys all the best. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. I hope this thing is working because I was having issues with it, so I'm hoping it's working. I hope it's working. So we're gonna get right into it, and y'all know what it is. Y'all know what y'all came here for. You know why you clicked this video. It is Love and Marriage Huntsville episode 14. This is the girls trip, the infamous girls trip. So yes, there's a lot of stuff going on. I am late reviewing this video because they did go on a hiatus, yes, after the Olympics, and they are back. I was on the fence whether or not I would do this review or not, but after watching the episode, I just felt like there's some things I needed to come on and discuss with y'all about this episode, child. The cat is under the table playing with a toy. That's why y'all hear that little bell. She under there playing. Anyway, I just wanted to come by and say hi and discuss some stuff with y'all. So the internet is practically in an uproar because of the situation that happened on this girls trip. Well, not just a situation that happened, but all the controversy around what Shanita did. You know, Miss Wanda had something to say, Tisha had something to say, everybody got something to say, but in the moment, everybody was quiet. Anyway, I don't understand why Wanda always feel like she got to get online and fight Tisha battles for her. Tisha should have stood up and said what she needed to say to Shanita's face. But let's get right into it. I'm going to hold my opinions for then. So it is the girls' trip. And, you know, the ladies begin to arrive in St. Thomas. St. Thomas is beautiful, child. It is amazing. The scenery is beautiful. They got a nice big old mansion. You know, the villa is really nice. The views are amazing. You could step outside and you be on the beach, child. I'm on the beach. Very nice. Very nice. I have always want to go to St. Thomas. You guys drop down in the comments and let me know if you've been to St. Thomas. I think it's beautiful. So from what I've seen so far. So Mel shows up and she has Shanita and Lauren with her, you know, her friends. And, you know, she says she's been traveling ever since she got her divorce. She's been having a good old time. You know, she is utilizing that passport, child. If you got it, I say use it. And she is getting them stamps in. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it all. Get the stamps, girl. Get the stamps. Do your thing. I don't think this thing is working. And I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know. Child, I don't know. Anyway, we just gonna do it without it. We're gonna do it without it. I'm gonna take this off. And let me make sure this thing is... So I'm gonna just do it without it because I don't know what's happening with this thing. It was working earlier and I don't know what happened. And this is why I barely use that mic sometimes. This is why I barely use it. Anyway, I'm gonna act like I still got it on just because I like the aesthetics of it. I like the aesthetics. Anyway, you know, so she's been traveling, utilizing them passport, getting them stamps, and I'm here for it. I say if you got that passport, you better use it. You better get them stamps while they can. You ain't getting no younger, and time waits for no one. You guys already know I am a lover of travel. I advocate for travel very much, and I feel like you need to travel as much as you possibly can. See the world, see everything, definitely enjoy it. With that being said, they are greeted by the chef. So I'm assuming that they had ordered or hired a personal chef to come in and cook for them while they are on this trip. I love it. The food is amazing, so I know they're just going to be making all the island food, and it's going to be amazing, and I can't wait. You know, Mel starts off by assigning the rooms. She gets her room. She gets the suite, the great suite. Lauren gets her room. She gets her room. And then she starts to divvy up the rooms in how it's laid out. So one room had like 2 people in it, and she was like, well, since Stormy and Trish is good friends, she'll let them room together. Then the other room had like 3 beds in it, and she was like, oh, Kimmy, Tisha, and Destiny, they good friends, let them hash it out that way or whatever. Nell definitely got her own room because she is the elder, and then Stormy ended up getting her own, not Stormy, Sunny ended up getting her own room because Sunny is, they don't really, the cast don't really have it, they're not feeling her, so why not give her her own room? And why not? I mean, I'm just saying. I think how she divvied out the rooms was perfectly fine with me. Tisha said she did giving a +1. I mean, she's bringing a +1. Of course, that +1, Mel had it in her mind that it was Destiny. But whether it was known or unknown, why can't they share a room? Y'all barely gonna be in anyway. I don't know. They barely gonna be in a room anyway. I didn't see what the big deal is. Y'all are acting like little kids. But let's move on. So Nell, Tisha, Storm, Kimmy, and Tish, they arrive at the airport, and they see Sunny at the airport as well. They were all shocked. They was acting shady. They didn't know that Sunny was coming because Mel never told anybody that Sunny was coming, just like the only people that Tisha told that Destiny was coming was Kimmy. See how that works? Bullet for a bullet, child. Bullet for a bullet. Okay? You thought you was doing something, Tisha, by inviting Destiny, and Mel pulled the double Uno reverse on your ass, and she done invited Sunny. See that? Everybody was shocked. And y'all was acting shady to Sunny at the god doggone airport, child. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. Hold on. Surprise, surprise. She pulled the Uno reverse on y'all asses. Good. She needed to. Good. Anyway, so, let them get a taste of their own medicine. Because they constantly pulling stuff out of their sleeves on her. I say do the same. Start doing the same. I am here for all the energy that Mel is dishing to their bum butts. I'm here for it. I already told y'all last episode. If it ain't right, it's not right. I'm going to say it's not right. But at the end of the day, I'm not mad at Mel for what she's doing. I condone it. Give them what they've been giving you. They constantly feel like they could dish it, but they can't take it. Dish it right at them, girl. Get them. I'm here for it. Anyway, so Tisha said that this trip was supposed to be fun. And if you're saying that the trip was going to be fun, I don't understand why her inviting Sunny is not going to make the trip fun. Sunny don't bother y'all. Y'all the ones with the issue with Sunny. Sunny don't have an issue with y'all. But then in the same note, you say that you want the trip to be fun, but you also invited Destiny. So you already knew that with Destiny there's going to be some drama because her and Mel don't get along. So how do you expect to do both? And then you get mad when she pulled the Uno reverse on y'all butts and invited Sunny. You cannot be mad. Girl, goodbye. I really think that they believe the stuff that they say wholeheartedly. They trying to convince themselves. So I'm not convinced. Are you not embarrassed? You should be. So Sunny says she feels like it feels like it's the first day of school, with the Mean Girls. I agree. Like they giving that Mean Girl vibe. And I'm just like, we're not in high school anymore. We're not in Kansas anymore. High school vibes, child. High school vibes. These grown women giving high school vibes. So in the van ride, we learned that Sunny had completed 2 full rounds of IVF, both failed attempts, and she said it's okay, but they're gonna try again. I was sad for her because I know that's a really grueling process. There was a couple on YouTube that I watched, and they were going through the IVF process, and just giving yourself that needle in your stomach and stuff like that. The process is grueling because I don't think they ever was able to conceive either. So I just know that the process is really grueling, and I felt bad for her. But they're going to try, and God willing, she will succeed. Stormy is also looking for her next surrogate. So good luck to her as well. So the ladies arrive at the house and they are greeted with drinks and a beautiful scenery, child. They are loving the house. I am too. I'm loving the house. But that is short-lived when they figure out what rooms that they're staying in, right? So they find their rooms, and they are not happy. First of all, Nell is throwing this huge tantrum because she can't find her room. Her bed don't have a name tag. You're too old, ma'am. You're too old to be having a tantrum like this. Then Kimmy and Tisha is mad because their room is small and they got to share a room with Destiny. You deal with the cards that you are dealt, child. You deal with the cards that you are dealt. The house called for that 3 beds in that room, then so be it, child. Goodbye. I don't care. So Tisha feels like Mel chose the room according to how she chose the rooms according to how she feels about them. Tisha, your slip is showing. Your slip is showing. Because guess what? If you was ever to be in charge of a girls trip, we know now that that's how you would choose the rooms. Trust. I understand. I get it. I feel like the room tantrum was unnecessary. The rooms accommodated the people that were staying. So Stormy and Tish, that's 2 people. Destiny, Kimmy, and Tisha, y'all be caping for each other, so y'all should get along cozily in that 3 room. Nell, she wasn't with nobody. She should have her room. Sonya should have her own room. And of course, her 2 friends, Shanita and Lauren. That's right. I ain't mad at her. I'm not mad at her. Y'all get what y'all get and just don't get upset. Girl, get by. Anyway, I don't really care. I just feel like it was ridiculous and it was unnecessary. The name tagging issue was stupid. I feel like, Nell, you too old and you better than that. There's no way you should have been throwing a whole tantrum and yelling and screaming and carrying on and walking around like that because your bed didn't have a name tag on it. It's so annoying to just watch this stuff play out and to listen to it, because I have to keep reminding myself that these are grown women. And sorry, I got a hangnail and I had to get it off because it's just snagged my clothes. I had to keep reminding myself that these are grown women. And it's sad. It's just sad. And with that being said, I feel like they need to just stop the mess. Just stop the bull. Stop the mess. Stop the bull. If you don't like your accommodations, you don't like the room. It's not like the bed was like a twin bed where it's not comfortable. The bed was, I think, a decent sized bed and comfortable enough. If you don't like the accommodations, go stay at a hotel. That simple. Go stay at a hotel. At this point, I thought that Nell was drunk because of the way she was carrying on and the way she was acting. I was just like, is she drunk? Is she okay? Do she need assistance? The way she was yelling and screaming and carrying on, I was like, this lady must be drunk. They must have been filming this for quite some time, and she was sipping it up because she was acting really drunk. So Mel goes, because Mel gets wind from Sunny that Tisha and Kimmy are upset. So she go out to talk to them to rectify to explain to them the room situation and how the room was picked. Because she heard that they were upset. So Tisha says that they are not upset. They're just disappointed. And I'm like, disappointed at what? Why would you be disappointed at a room? That's because she is still under the impression that this lady picked the rooms according to how she feels about them. And I'm just like, that's just your small little pea brain thinking. That's all. That's all. For you to say that you and Kimmy were not upset, y'all just disappointed. And I'm just like, you and her were clearly upset. You was ranting and raving. You was upset. Kimmy feels like the space is too small. Okay, but y'all, Like I said, if y'all are not happy with the accommodations, get a hotel. I don't really care about how they feel. And I'm just being honest. I don't care how they feel. And I've been in a room on a girls trip where it was 3 of us in one room too, and we had a bed too. I've been in the same situation, so it is what it is. Tisha thinks that the room indicates how, like I said, how Mel feels about them, and I'm just like, girl, just stop saying that, because you sound stupid. Who does that? I don't know whether she did it on purpose or not. I don't know. But as she was filming, walking through, she was justifying the room setup situation. So I don't know. Mel tells them, how she chose the room, and it was on film. So we seen how she chose the room. But Tisha feels like she's lying. So she gets in the cameras in the confessionals like she's lying. She don't understand why she's not even, like, why she's not being truthful. She's lying. And I'm just like, okay, girl, okay. Nell goes out to check on them because, they had been out there talking for a while. And she tells the ladies that they need to suck it up, which I agree. It's 5 days. Y'all away from y'all kids and y'all family in an island, make the best of it. And again, if you don't like your accommodations, you could always book a hotel room. There's times where I will go on vacation and I'm like, oh, I'm not staying here. And I left and went to a hotel. So if you don't like the accommodations, go book a hotel room. Anyway, Nell and Kimmy gets into it, and Nell and Tisha get into it, because Kimmy feels like she don't need Nell to come out there and tell them to suck it up. She wasn't part of that conversation, that Nell needs to mind her business. And Tisha wants to know why Nell is on 10 and and buttoning again too. And it just gets crazy. They arguing and carrying on, and Nell feels like it's whatever, and they feel like what she's talking about, she needs to mind her business. And I'm just like, I don't care. I don't care. I really don't care, because I feel like this argument with all of them was stupid. Nell, for Nell to go and tell them to suck it up, and you 5 minutes ago was just throwing a tantrum about you not having a name tag on your bed, or you couldn't find your room. It's pretty much the same thing. So I don't understand how you could fix your mouth to say that they need to go suck it up. You should have just minded your business and stayed out of it and let them deal with it. Tisha talking about she snatching wigs, and I'm just like, ooh, Nell, you better watch out, child. She gonna snatch that wig off your head and drag your old tail. I don't understand why. Anyway, she be talking a lot of stuff behind people's backs, and I wish she'd just say it to their face. It's whatever. All these grown women acting like little kids. They acting like a bunch of little kids, having tantrums about a room setup and a room situation. And I'm with Mel. I don't see what the big deal is. I like to go on vacation, and I like to go on vacation and be in peace. I don't like to argue on vacation. I don't like to fuss on vacation. I don't like to fight on vacation. Guess what? You know why? Because I pay a shit ton of money to go on vacation and have a good time, and I don't want that disrupted, and I don't want my peace disrupted, because I'm paying for this peace. So I'm with her on that. Mel, then after they kind of like squash that room situation, and Kim and Tisha feel like, oh, we gotta just deal with it, because I'm sure in the back of your pea brain you processing, oh, I'm gonna get her back. So we'll wait and see if it happens. Mel brings in some carnival dancers. The ladies have like gift bags for the girls. They dancing and having a good time. Mel is dancing and having a good time, child. I think Mel is tipsy, but they dancing around having a good time, and I'm here for it. Have a good time. Enjoy yourself. That's what you're on vacation for. That's why you're in St. Thomas. Have a good time. Enjoy your trip. Stop pouting and acting silly and carrying on, and enjoy your trip. Okay? Okay. I feel like this is the way that you start a trip. You in a country, what they infamous for. She brings the carnival dancers. They dancing. Even the 2 guys that was there started dancing. They was having a nice time. This is how you start off a girls trip. Have a good time. Like, not with the petty arguments and the foolery. Anyway, Mel seems like she's on cloud nine, child. I told y'all, I think she's tipsy. She seems like she's on cloud nine. You know, the girls sit down to have dinner finally after all of the bag handing out and the dancing and stuff like that. So Tisha automatically brings up that Mel, you know, something about Mel bringing her single friends, and the fact that of them being more fun. And I'm just like, why do you always have to be the negative Nancy and start with the foolishness? Who said that, like, that they more fun? Who said that? And then why did she stress that they single friends? And I'm just like, huh? I didn't get that. I didn't get the argument. I feel like it's stupid. And Tisha constantly brings up foolery all the time. All the time. And I wish she just sometimes just be quiet and just let it go. You know, they discussed the structure and the boundaries with married women and just things that they don't do that, you know, single women do. But then they kind of like veer off topic, and Shanita posed the question that can Tisha, you know, to Tisha, can she be friends or be around somebody that she doesn't like? So Tisha, of course, says yes. And we all know where this is headed. We all know that deep down inside, Tisha does not like Mel. She is putting up with Mel and being around Mel and putting on a face around and in front of Mel because she wants a check. She does not like her. So this is a conversation I feel like that needs to happen. You know, so Shanita then proceeds to tell Mel to watch out for Tisha. You know, and then Tisha quickly gets offended and asks, what do you mean by that? You know, and so, but before that, Stormy was like, when she asked the question, can she be around or sit with people that she don't like? Stormy was like, yeah, she's sitting next to me and she don't like me. And I don't know if Stormy meant that as a joke or she was being serious. It seems like she was being joking and playful. But it wasn't the time. I'll say that. It wasn't the time because this was a conversation that has been looming for quite some time. We already know, we've already established that the Scotts do not like Mel. And Kimmy and all of the rest of them, they all in the same boat. The only people that we cannot classify in that boat is Tish. But that's because she knew and we don't know nothing about her. But we all have come to the, you know, have surmised that the majority of this cast has a disdain for Mel. So this is a conversation that needed to happen. So I'm glad that Shanita brought it to the forefront. Let's talk about it. You know, let's get it out in the open. And, you know, again, Tisha got offended. So, and asked, why would you ask that? Or what do you mean by that? So, Shanita, you know, she then begins to explain what she meant by that. And she says, you know, what she meant. So Tisha's in the confessional saying that Mel brought her bodyguard. And I'm just like, but you also brought your bodyguard. And you know, Destiny, you automatically invited Destiny. You didn't necessarily have to invite Destiny. You and Kimmy was caping for Destiny from the beginning. So we could clearly say that you brought your bodyguard too, because off top, once she gave y'all the invitations to that, you know, that get together, you automatically was like, oh, I'm inviting Destiny, because you thought you was gonna stir up some mess. So we could say that you brought your bodyguard too, because Destiny was not at the event when she gave out the invitations for the girls trip. You took it upon yourself to want to invite her, so you also was bringing your bodyguard too, because you already knew that it was you. I wanted to gang up on Mel, you and Destiny. Okay, so for you to sit there and say that Shanita is her bodyguard, girl, goodbye. You're just mad because somebody pulled your card and you don't know what to do. You can't really talk crap because you in front of the person and not in the confessionals. Okay. So, like I said, you mad because Shanita is telling the truth. And I also want to say, and this is just my personal opinion, again, I'm not breaking bread with nobody who I don't get along with, who I don't like. Like, I don't want to be around you, period. I don't want you in my presence. I don't want to be in your presence. And that's just point blank, period. We're not doing the phony stuff because I don't do phony. I wear my feelings on my sleeves. There's no way that I'm going to sit with you knowing that I don't like you. I'm going to pay you dust. Even if we got to sit together, if it's like a work event or something like that, I'm going to still pay you dust. Like, I'm not speaking to you. Especially if we had issues. Like, I'm not speaking to you. Like, we're not there. We're not on that level. I'm not doing that phoniness. So for you to sit there and say, and a lot of y'all could agree with me too, because a lot of y'all is on the same boat. So for you to sit there and say that you could sit with somebody knowing that you don't like them and break bread with them, it's weird to me. When a majority of people is going to be like, nah, you can't sit at my table. I mean, it is what it is. So, yeah, we just can't be around each other if I don't like you. And then you definitely gonna know that I don't like you, because I can't hide it. So it was whack. It was whatever. So at this point, Mel points out that Tisha had an issue with Sunny over Destiny, and she don't really know her. So she was like, all right, let's just get it out on the table. So Mel explains the situation to Shanita about what happened with Destiny and Sunny, just so that she could follow the conversation. And Shanita said the quiet part out loud, for the people in the back to hear. She literally said what everybody's been saying for weeks and weeks and weeks. Why are you mad at the girl? Why aren't you mad at the boyfriend or the ex-boyfriend or whatever? Not Sunny. We've been saying this for the longest. It wasn't messed up a little. Who's more to blame? Moses. We've been saying that for the longest. I don't understand why these grown ass women can't get it. I don't understand that. I don't understand why they can't grasp that concept that Sunny is less of the issue than Moses. But they need somebody to point the finger and pick on, and Sunny is the closest thing. It is what it is. Was it wrong? A little. But who's more to blame here? And let's be realistic. It's Moses. So Tisha then says that Destiny was Sunny's friend, and Shanita was like, well, describe or explain the meaning of like friend. And everybody got quiet. Mums was the word. And they start discussing that. And they all running with that Destiny story like they was friends, blah, blah, blah. Even though they have Sunny sitting right there saying that they were not really friends. They only met outside of the show one time. Jadita even broke it down. Like, if I'm a producer of a show or I'm your producer, I'm going to get all the information about you, even about your cat or your dog, like everything, which is facts. So because they relationship, whatever it was, business, like got a little confuddled, that's not Sunny's problem. It's more on Destiny. And again, I don't understand why all of y'all are caping for this relationship and they were not even married. And Sunny is now married to him. You see, there's no girl code in this group. They don't understand girl code at all. And then, Sunny tries to clear it up, like the gray areas, tries to clear up all the gray areas that everybody's having issues with, but they wasn't really listening because they don't really care, because they really hell bent on believing Destiny and running with her story and having the villain. And Sunny, you're it. It is what it is. You're the villain. So, Stormy says, well, she gonna be here tomorrow. And everybody looks confused, like, oh, Destiny's coming tomorrow? Yeah, because Tisha never told anybody. So you see how that works too? And Mel says F Destiny with her whole chest. She meant that shit. She said, Destiny. Good. Because Destiny has been giving her the middle finger for the longest. When she posted her children with Ariane, condoning the foolery that Martell does constantly, and then blaming Mel for everything. You know, so you've been saying F Mel for the longest, and I'm glad to hear her say F you. F you. Okay. I agree with what Shanita said 100%. What she said to Tisha, I agree with what Shanita said to Tisha 100%. She is 100% correct. Everything that she said about Destiny, everything she said about the producer, everything that she said, I agree with her 100%. She kindly gathered Tisha the fudge up, child. She gathered her up. Okay, the whole conversation she was gathering Tisha, and Tisha didn't know what to do. Calmly gathered her. Good. She was saying all the quiet parts out loud. I'm glad for the whole group to hear, in front of the whole group, and all they could do was look stupid. Even Trish, you caping for Destiny and you don't even know her like that, and you just her personal trainer, to the point where you even shut up. You know, and then Shanita proceeds to call the people at the table the ops. Again, gathered y'all hoes. Gathered y'all. She needed to. And y'all needed to be gathered, because y'all are running amok in the palace. Somebody needed to gather y'all. And I'm glad Shanita was there to do it. I'm glad she was there to do it. Sidebar. Why did Trisha look like, what is the red hair guy from The Simpsons? With her hair like that? I was just like, why she look like that? What is happening, child? I don't know, but I just kept envisioning that picture of that character in The Simpsons and Trish, child, with this hair. But yeah, so that was the end of the episode. I enjoyed this episode a lot this time. It felt a little bit like pulling teeth, but not as much as the previous episodes felt like pulling teeth. I only had to check the time. Like I only had to check the time once to see if it was almost over, child. Just once. So I enjoyed a little bit of the episode. It was refreshing to see Mel happy, the girl, them outside of their elements, a little bit happier, the group. And so I don't really know if I'm going to continue to review this, because it feels like a chore to me at this point. But I did want to give my 2 cents on the episode. I feel like, and I'm happy that, like I said before, Shanita gathered them. I'm glad, because she needed to. So all of that stuff that they're talking about now, after the fact, after it aired, nobody cares. They needed to be aired. And she said the quiet part out loud, which I appreciate, for everybody to hear, so that they can't say, oh, Mel is just being Mel. Oh, this, that, and the third. No, somebody else with an opinion and a sound mind said the quiet part out loud, which they needed. Okay? That's my 2 cents. I hope y'all having a great holiday. Whether you did something or you stayed in, got a day off, I just hope y'all having a good holiday. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.